on, people? What's happening? It's your boy Tony Guns back at y'all again with another Black Ops Band Dog TV. Now, I want to come to y'all today, put the bottom line up front. First order of business is and always is building leaders and creating kings operation by building national development over generations. I wanted to speak to a topic that I seen on social media. Came up about Michael B. Jordan, from Creed and various other movies that he did. But Creed and his co-host on it was Johnathan Major. It's this picture circulating with them, embracing one another, so to speak. Like, what's his name? Johnathan got his arms around Michael B. Jordan, and then they damn near cheek to cheek. So the question or the topic of discussion was masculinity, and from reading comments and hearing different conversations with regard or surrounding the two or the picture, it brought me to this point. I understand both sides of the argument. Like, I seen certain people saying like they don't see anything wrong with it. They feel like we should be able to embrace one another. Black men, that's what's wrong with black men, and we don't really have a firm understanding on how to show our love and our affection. Masculinity has been lost. Masculinity is, they had one little kid that came up that was saying like, and he grew up, he didn't really have an example of masculinity, or he didn't really have a positive example of masculinity. Masculine men in his environment was the dope boys, the ones that had the guns and the ones that had the money and things of that nature. And while some of those individuals do have a lot of masculine traits, and while some of the things that they go through and some of the things that the streets will require them to be does develop a hard exterior, by no means is that the sole understanding by anybody that truly come from the hood of this is only masculine right here. This is the only thing that we have as masculine. Now, we can speak to that now. A lot of our, so-called dope boys and gangsters or thugs, a lot of those are, images that we see of masculine men. That's the only picture that mainstream media and movies and rap and things of that nature that they want to portray of black men in particular being hard. Otherwise, they're being effeminized to me. They've been made feminine. So back to Michael B. Jordan. The movie Creed in general is a movie dated all the way back from Rocky. Really is an offspring of Rocky. And Rocky always was your brute. The Rocky movie was always your brute. But it also was a movie about perseverance. Coming from a hard and harsh environment, wanting to see something better for yourself. Not only wanting to see something better for himself, but better for his family. The hardships that he took his family through just to get them to the things that he had to sacrifice just to get them to a better position in life. But then it turned into Apollo Creed, which was one of Rocky's hardest, foes and things of that nature that later became friends. So it was about them two becoming friends. Even before we talk about Creed, even with Rocky and Apollo, you seen in those movies, them two men embracing one another. You seen them two men embracing one another. So there's nothing wrong with embracing another man. There's rules to this shit though. Unwritten rules. And the reason that I say that is because so many of the comments were saying that's what's wrong. We don't know how to embrace men. We got to see it as feminine. If another man embraces, no, that's not even up for debate. Men know how to embrace other men. We've always had. A masculine man, a hard man knows how to embrace another man. And that young man that was speaking on there, he was playing basketball. He was on a basketball court. It's no way that you mean to tell me that you play basketball and you have not seen men embrace one another. You haven't seen teammates. You make a score, you might go and slap him on his head. Good shit, boy. Come on, man. Stop playing. There's no way that you're going to sit here and truly make it seem as if, and I'm not speaking strictly to this young man, but I am speaking about the comment that this young man made in terms of the only example of masculinity that he had was the dope boys and things of that nature. There's no way that you ain't going to tell me that your father, brother, cousin, uncle, friends, that y'all haven't met each other with the right hand, slap five, locked those, and brought each other in, pat each other on the back. There's no way. There's no way you're going to tell me you slap fives and may have fully embraced one another. There's no way. There's no way. That's our culture. That's a part of our culture. We always have greeted our brothers like that. Come on, man. You're not going to tell me. It's no way that you ain't going to tell me that you've never seen two men hug one another. I come from Baltimore City. 9 times out of 10, before we leave, men, I'm talking men, before we leave one another, boy, be safe. I love you here. Be safe. I love you. We say that on a regular. There's no way you're going to sit here and tell me that you've never seen that before. And if you haven't, it's unfortunate. But I say all that to say, it's not a problem with men embracing men. It's the way you do it. And the bottom line with that picture, I do disagree with it. Now, looking at that picture, I don't know their sexual preference by any stretch of the imagination, really. I know what I believe, but I don't know their sexual preference. I don't think that these two men are gay or necessarily feminine by any stretch of the imagination, but I do. And I don't think, even in that picture, I don't think that picture for them two, they were feminine. But it brings me to the deeper underlying situation with Hollywood and how they want to continuously, these are warriors. They just portrayed two warriors. Allow them to be warriors. Allow them to be warriors, because that warrior image means a lot to us. That warrior image, that hard image means a lot to, and being able to see them to embrace, as they did in the movie afterwards. Being able to see them embrace and put all the hard and harsh feelings aside and embrace one another. That's man shit. So seeing you cheek to cheek with your arms wrapped around them, I could see if that was your son, your real brother maybe, and y'all just geeking, showing love, taking the pictures. But you're not doing that, or your dad not, or Art not, or I can't see it. I can't tell you who to be, how to be, you know. But I can't see too many real men really taking no picture like that. But again, we'll bring me to my, why does Hollywood want to continuously portray this? That same actor, Johnathan, both of them actually, have taken several other pictures after this movie that has been like, wow. They got Johnathan on some cover with like half a pink on, and even down the way he posed. It gives a feminine appearance. And the question is why? Why does Hollywood want to do this? What is the bigger agenda? What is the bigger purpose? Now, of course, I have my thoughts on it, and we'll speak to that later. But that's the question that I want to pose. And that's the question I want to leave y'all with. So, without further ado, hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. But bigger than that, comment. Comment on the pictures, fellas. Comment on the pictures, ladies. And let me know how y'all truly feel. Before you comment, Google Michael B. Jordan. Or YouTube, Michael B. Jordan and Johnathan Major picture. It's a hot topic. I guarantee as soon as you type it in, that picture is 9 times out of 10 going to come up. And truly give your honest assessment and honest thoughts and opinion on the picture and what it depicts. Bottom line is they were warriors. You're not going to tell me you've never seen a UFC fight where two men get in the ring and beat half the hell out of each other for 3 to 5 rounds. And sometimes don't even get off of their knees, and they hug and embrace each other, blood running down the side of their face. And they hug and embrace each other, sometimes even into tears. But you're going to sit here and make it seem as if we have a problem with embracing. We've never had a problem. Men have never had a problem with embracing one another. We've never had a problem with camaraderie. Now, it's a lot of other things that cultivate other problems that we do have, and we can speak to that. But it's never truly been a problem. Like I said, I come from Baltimore. 9 times out of 10, when we see each other, we greet each other with what's up. You know, depending on who you deal with. Some of them you might even just give a pound. You know, they know what it means. Some of them you just nod your head. They know what it means. Sometimes you just, as a state of approval, a stamp of approval. We do it on a regular basis. It's ways to do it. And we understand that. So let's be real in the conversation. These men were supposed to be warriors. They were called to be warriors in that movie. The example and the image of them should be nothing less than warriors. To me, that picture looked like something that, like we go take a picture with a family portrait or something, and my wife come drape over me and she just whispers sweet nothings in my ear. You know. That's what it looked like to me. But I digress. Go check it out yourself. Hit that thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so y'all can see when I put out a few posts and things of that nature. I ain't gonna talk y'all head off. Live strong or die weak. Do man shit. Ain't no pressure, but it just might be. Given what Hollywood doing, it just might be. Black Ops Band Dog TV. Let that dog.